Hello there. My name is Mary Ajagwe and welcome to Dare to Live. I'm so glad to have you with me. Have you subscribed? Are you listening? Did you get to hear the introduction and who Dare to Live is for? Well, if you did, awesome. So today we will be talking about start with what you have. So I'll give a little background story, a short story. So a few years back, I was in a particular church and I was seated, in the front row, and I think I got in pretty early to church that day. Yeah, so no one was there. And I had been praying and, I'd been asking God, what can I do? How can I be more? I was tired of where I was. I was tired of how life was. I was tired of a lot of things. And so I just sat down, in front. There was nobody there. And I was just like, God, what can I do? How can I be more? And I expressly heard, I got a question. I heard it expressly. And he said, what do you have in your hands? Well, currently nothing. I literally had nothing in my hand at that moment. But then I understood what the question was because I remember that the same question had been posed to Moses, when he was told to use the rod, and he had been asked, what do you have in your hands? And he said, a rod. And the Lord said, use it. So at that time I was a very, very, very service. I mean, I've always been service oriented. I still am. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm I'm doing this because I mean, God first, service, and all. And so I remember answering, the voice that had asked me, what do you have in your hands? And I said, service, Lord. I've discovered that I know how to serve. And I love to serve people. I love to serve God. I love to just serve. I mean, literally just put me anywhere that there's need for maybe something, anything. I'm willing to just assist and offer service. And I heard him again say, use it. So that's how my journey started. So why start with what you have? A lot of people think that they have to have. I mean, I was of that opinion a while back that I needed to have all of these things. I needed to have, a good paying job. I needed to have, I mean, while some of these things are okay, it's okay if you're there. It's okay if you have some of these things, that's fine. But I'm speaking to those who do not think, who are of a mindset that they do not think that they have anything to offer the world, or they think that what they have is not even enough to start. I'm saying to you today, start with what you have. If it's just, it's okay. You might not have an iPhone yet. Start with that your techno phone. You do a recording just like what I'm doing now. I'm doing a recording with my phone. Do I have, an app for that on my system? But I'm currently not using that. But I just got this very okay app, voice recording app. And that's what I'm using right now. You know, I was thinking, oh, to do a podcast, you need one of those microphones, you need all of those things. But the reality is that I don't have the money yet to get that. I mean, I would love that, and I know that as time goes on, I'll get to that point when I have that. But right now, what do I have? I have a phone. I have been able to discover that there are good apps that you can use as voice recorders, like Top Note for customer service kind of thing. So, yeah, then I went online and I downloaded it on the phone and I'm using it to be able to get across to you and to encourage you that yes, you have something in your hands. You know what? Get information about it and just begin to start. Because you know what? Somebody out there, just like you are listening to me right now, needs what you have. And trust me, if you don't put it out there, it's not going to be out there. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, it will not be done. God will not come down from heaven to do it for you. I mean, what I'm saying in so much short words to you through this podcast today is something that I had to learn over a long period of time. So I've literally just picked up that experience and summarized it into this very short podcast for you. I mean, our experiences will totally be different, but the reality is that you have something in your hands. So start with what you have. Don't wait until it's so perfect. For someone who used to have it has to be perfect, you can't make mistakes kind of mentality. I had to get to that point. I had to grow my mind to that point where you know what, this is what I have. Can he offer the service that I hope to give? Yes, he can. So do it. So I'm encouraging you today, start with what you have, because what you have will liberate and liberate some people. It will liberate the people that it is originally meant to do. Imagine if when God had asked Moses, what do you have in your hands? And he says a rod, and God said, use it. And he's like, how do you expect me to use a rod? Like literally, how is this going to be able to part the Red Sea? But then listen, so you know what? God even wants to use what you have to do the miraculous. God wants to use that seemingly little thing, in your hands to reach thousands of people, to reach, even if it's just one person, it might not even be thousands of people, even if it's just one person, he wants to be able to use it. And I mean, don't you want to be a profitable servant? So get to start, get to doing what it is that you've had laid in your heart. If you do not do it, it will not get done. I want you to understand that. So my dear brothers and sisters, I urge you and encourage you, I saying boldly to you that start with what you have. Thank you. Hello there. My name is Mary Ajagwe, and you're welcome to Dare to Live with me. I'm so excited to finally be starting the podcast because this has been on my to-do list for a very long time, and I mean, basically just doing so many things at the same time, and finally being able to do this. I'm really grateful to God for that. So, what is Dare to Live? Why Dare to Live? For a lot of people currently, I find that a lot of people are really struggling, and I mean, based on the economy and a whole lot of things that is happening, why Dare to Live? In the midst of so much chaos and so much agony and so much fear and strife and uncertainty, I believe that God wants you whole. So I walked into church a few weeks ago, and I just heard a wholesome life, and immediately I picked up on that. God wants you to be whole. He wants you to have a wholesome life. He wants you well. He wants you okay. And not just in one area of life, but in all areas of your life. And this is what Dare to Live will be speaking, you know, on. So follow me on this journey as I share with you on a weekly basis tips, insights, revelations, information, knowledge, whatever it is on Dare to Live with me. I look forward to going on this journey with you. Thank you.